good YouTube? It is your boy FleeCo2K back again with another banger. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make my build as well as an updated version I found of it that I think is a little bit better, so stick around for that. I'm also going to show you guys my badges, my animations, you know, my dunks, my new jump shot, everything. I haven't posted in about 2 weeks now, so I'm sorry about that. It's not really because I haven't been playing the game, but actually because I have been playing the game. If you have seen the season challenges this year, you know you'd have to do 100 rec games, 100 rec wins, which is actually insane. Had to complete that. So far I'm about this far into Legend. Still not sure if I'll actually fully go for it. You know, the points are a bit disgusting to get 100,000 points, but I'm on track to get about everything else. So we'll see if I get 100k points. But yeah, apologies for not posting anything, but to make up for that I'm going to be showing everything about my build in this video, so let's get on to the builder. Alright, firstly I'm going to be showing you guys how to make my exact build that I've made. Looking back on it now, I did make some mistakes. I think I made this build quite late at night, so there are a couple dumb things that I did with the build. But in the updated version you'll see after this, I fixed most of them. For the height you want to go 6'11", weight 216, max the wingspan, and for body shape I went defined. Onto the attributes here. For close shot you want to go up to an 85, driving layup you want to go up to a 70, driving dunk you want to go up to an 85, standing dunk to an 80, 3-point max that out, mid-range you want to go up to a 77 to unlock an extra badge as well as gold guard up, free throw at a 60, which is definitely usable this year. You just want to turn off your free throw meter and use Michael Jordan free throw. I can't stress that enough. Michael Jordan is probably the best free throw in the game, especially with your free throw off. You can shoot very consistently with it. For the pass accuracy on my build I went 79 to get gold floor general. Interior D I maxed it out to an 89. For some reason on my perimeter I only went to a 70, and for my steal onto a 73. I mean, I know why I did it, because you don't get any more badges if you go up any higher, but might as well. It's a very useful attribute to have. I'll fix that in the updated version later. For the block I went to 93. Defensive rebound maxed that out for Hoff box out beast, and the offensive rebound went to an 85. You want this to be a bit lower because you're going to be, you know, more out in the perimeter, not using this as much, so we can save these attributes for elsewhere. For the speed, I'm still not sure why I did this, but I actually went 78 on the speed. Very dumb, I know, but 78 on the speed. My acceleration, I put it to a 64 for some reason, strength to a 65, vertical for a 75 to unlock the contact dunks, and stamina to the rest. And I also had a 29 speed with ball. I really don't know why I did this, but if you wanted to make my exact build, this is it right here. It's pretty much perfect except for like a couple like small faults that I made making it. Stick around. Just after this I'm going to be showing you guys the updated version, so if you want to make like a slightly different version that's a bit better, stick around for that. For the takeovers you get sharp, rim and lock. On the new version sharp, rim and glass. On the new version you actually do get lockdown takeover, which is quite cool. I usually run either double box out wall or box out wall and spot up position. And for my exact build you get the name of a two-way inside out scorer. At the time I thought this was quite a cool name, but now everyone's making their 6'9s, and basically everyone's called a two-way inside out scorer, so I don't really like it as much as I used to. But my new build actually has a way cooler name, a way different name, so let's get into that. Alright, here we are with the updated version of this build. I already have the attributes fully filled out, but you want to go center. I went right-handed, number, whatever. Exact same physicals, 6'11", 216 pounds, 7'9" wingspan, and defined body shape. Now it is a little bit different. You might see the badge counts, I think, are probably a bit worse, but the attributes are a lot better. As you can see, the difference in this build is the close shot is a bit lower, dunking is a bit higher, mid-range is a lot higher, free throw higher, interior D is a bit lower, because you don't really need it, especially because I went 99 block after the 2K Labs test showing that Hoff Anchor as well as Hoff Pogo are very good, very vital badges, so I wanted these. For the build I maxed out the steal and the perimeter, which I should have done in the first build. Offensive rebound's a bit lower, but as I said, you don't really need that. Same defensive. Speed is 1 higher, like it should have been in the original. Strength is a bit lower, but honestly, people overhype strength in my opinion. If you're not like putting on box out beast, then yeah, I suppose strength, and you only do get bronze brick wall with this build, so keep that in mind. I wasn't really using it, so for me this is a better version of this build. But if you did want silver brick wall, you could either put up your strength, I believe, or your interior D. This build also has a 98 stamina, which is one thing I regret about the other build. It only had an 88, which is quite low for me. I don't like being tired, as well as it only having silver amped, I think the badge is called. This one has gold as well as more shooting badges. Very good build. I'll go through the takeovers as well on this build. You get box out wall as well as the same takeovers, but you also get lock takes, which is quite good. I'd probably still go the exact same unless maybe you're playing a big lockdown, but probably box out wall and spot up position. Here we are with the shades of, you got Jack, Sigma, Miles Turner and Jonas Valanciunas. Not bad comparisons, but for the name we actually get a 3-level scoring glass cleaner, which is actually quite rare. I don't think I've seen that at all this year, maybe once or twice. It's quite a long name, quite a cool one. A lot better than 2A inside out score in my opinion. But let's get on to the badges, because I don't actually have this build, but I think it'll be quite similar. Starting off with the finishing, this build gets gold limitless. My other build only got silver, so that's one thing I did change. I'd probably go something like this. Definitely want fast switch is actually very hard to core this year, so I would recommend going for silver rise up first to be cored. Maybe putting on bronze acrobat just to unlock it, and then boom. Not sure what else you could use, drop it on anywhere. You just have one badge left over really, but these are probably the badges I'd go with for the finishing. Onto the shooting, bronze agent, gold. I like to do some post fades and some spin shots, so I'd probably have this up quite high depending on you guys. Also clutch shooter I like to run, it's a nice little badge, helps you with your free throws. But this build actually has quite a high free throw at 88 I believe, or 80, so that's up to you whether you want to run that. But gold green machine, gold claymore, and then I'd probably try to call catch and shoot, but this shit takes ages. Like I've been playing hundreds, like I'm up to like 200 rec games trying to get the 100 wins done, and like I've only got silver cord playing basically the whole thing on this build shooting. So try to get catch and shoot cord. If not, corner specialist does nothing according to 2K Labs. But you could really just live in these areas down here in the tier 1s and tier 2s. But if you were to core catch and shoot, I'd probably run something like that. I'd say I don't think guard up is really useful, especially because most people have their hands up. It's personal preference if you want to put it up, but this is what I would run for the shooting badges. Onto the playmaking, you just want to core break starter. Of course, it's the best badge return you can get for coring. Bronze bailout, silver floor gen, bronze clamp breaker. It's actually quite cool to have on a 611 popper build. Makes you get some crazy clamp breaker animations, especially on big men, because they generally don't have clamps. So this against nothing is actually pretty decent. Then we go bronze handles and silver special for throwing lobs and flashes and stuff. On the defensive badges, you probably want to put your extra badges here, I would say, +5 or +6 depending on what season you're making this, or +4 if you haven't hit 39. But I'd go Hoff, box out beast. Some people say chase down artist doesn't work, some people do. I think you actually want this on as high as can. Even if it doesn't pop that much, it can save you for a lot of dunks and BS. You get some really good tier 1 defensive badges, so I'd go bronze challenger, bronze intercept, and at least bronze workhorse. So I like to run at Hoff, but bronze also is quite a good budget value. You'd Hoff anchor, core that. Anchor is very easy to core. Then you go Hoff pogo, and you probably want one extra at least on defensive to get gold rebound chaser. But honestly, I'd probably put 3, at least 4, 5 if you want glove. But I'll put +4 onto my defensive, and then wherever else you want to put the rest you get for seasons. Maybe some shooting, maybe some finishing if you want to maybe take this off and get some fearless, or some masher, or some aerial. But honestly, I think this build is very more tuned towards the attributes than it is badges. It's a bit worse in the badge count compared to my last build, I believe. But it's really the attributes that make this build, as well as a couple better things with the limitless takeoff, as well as the Hoff pogo stick and the Hoff anchor. Alright, very quickly now at the end of the video, after I've shown you guys the update version as well as my exact version, I'm going to be showing you guys my animations that I use on this build. Here they are. Actually, they've been reset. Very cool. But I'll just go through and I'll show you everything. Your free throw, you want Michael Jordan dunk style. Mine, I'll show you guys that in a bit. Post fade, post hook, hop shot, Kobe, Joel, Kobe. Dribble style, it doesn't really matter. But these are what I run, as well as my triple threat style, pro, normal, basic, Michael Jordan. As well as this, I really want to stress the LeBron James pass style. Very good for 75 pass accuracy. Chuck this on if you can get it. Let's quickly go on to the dunk style first. This is what I run. I haven't really changed anything about it since my last video, but contacts, tomahawks, quick drops, definitely want these. Quick drops, cradle, switcheroos, tomahawks, double clutches, and the contacts. Standing dunks, you want regulars, rim pulls, and you get the two-hand athletics, pro standings. Signature dunks, you want Giannis, Darryl Dawkins, Dwight Howard, LeBron James, Scottie Pippen, and Shaq. Very good dunks when it comes to this department. For the alley-oops, you just want to put pro elite, as well as the elite contact dunks, or pro contact dunks, sorry. These are very good. Getting this on a popper is quite crazy. But those are my dunks. Let's get on to my jump shot very quickly at the end of this. Better jump shot. Here we are. This is my jump shot. Base, O'Shea Brissett, release 1 Tim Duncan, release 2 Kevin Love. I think this is one of the best big man jump shots there is. I'm very used to it now. I'm very cash. You get an A+ speed, A- defensive immunity, and A- release height. Those two top stats don't mean a whole lot because I don't really shoot over people too much. I'm usually just shooting wide open because people tend to sag on poppers. Especially in rec, you get big men just sitting in the paint, so you just want a shot you can hit reliably with, which is definitely this shot. D timing impact, but honestly the Q in this jump shot is enough just to save it. It's right there where he's about to flick his wrist, so I recommend putting on this jump shot. Test it out on the Mumble court or the Black Lives Matter court. Drop down in the comments if you guys like this jump shot, and if you enjoyed this video. I've been your boy Fleeko2K. I'm out. Peace.